Let's talk about how the white church women have been influenced by the black church culture. Let's talk about how the white church culture have been badly influenced by the black church culture. I live in the country, Mississippi. I was in the store Easter Sunday. There was two white ladies. One was already in there when I walked in, and one walked in while I was in there looking for something to drink. I could tell that both of them had been to church. They had about maybe 15-year age difference between the both of them. But this first young lady, when I walked in, white young lady, about 20, 19 or 20, she had on a kind of lime green dress. She had heels on, no stockings. And the dress was like above her knees. About middle waist her thigh. Above her knees, I would say about middle waist her thighs. She had heels on, no stockings. And I looked at her. And the wind was blowing Sunday. The wind was kind of breezy. And the dress wasn't tight fitting, hugging. It was loose. I would think that anybody that knows anything about holiness would deem their dress to be unfit to wear to church. With that shorter dress on, there ain't hardly anything that a woman can do to keep a man or anybody from looking between her legs at any given time. Ain't hardly nothing they can do. There ain't hardly nothing you can do. I doubt she had shorts on or anything on it, because the shorts was more likely would show. And I asked my wife about that when I got back home. She said it was more likely if she had that shorter dress on with no stockings or nothing like that, heels. She said it's very unlikely that she had anything on her other than panties. If that. If that. Then the other one came in there while I was standing at the cooler looking for something to drink. And she squatted down right in front of me with her little short dress. Her short one, her dress was different from her, but hers was more like a shirt type of dress. One that you just put on and drape over you and it be loose. She had like some dress-up boots on with no stockings in it. And she kneeled down right in front of me. I'm sorry. She kneeled down right in front of me to get her drink. She had to squat all the way down. She didn't bend over. She squatted. But when she squatted, she was aimed right towards me. She tried to hurry up, but I hurry up and move. You know, so it wasn't look like that. I'm sitting there staring at her, looking at her. It's another white lady. It used to be where you wouldn't see that type of stuff from the white people going to church. I'm just telling the truth. They always have help to the modesty. That's one thing about them in their culture. They always have believed in dressing fashionable, going to church. Most white women that really hold to their faith, they always dress, or they pretty much wear dresses all the time. And they always long, all the way down to their ankles, pretty much. And I've been noticing this for a while, but it really just kind of hit me. When I seen this, I was like, man, they are really being influenced by our culture. Our women go to church all the time with everything out. They've been doing it for years, long time now. And it done crept into, in the church, Mississippi, don't get me wrong. Please understand what I'm saying. Mississippi, in the country, country church women, black folk, went that way a long time ago, but it done crept into the white churches now. When a woman got a little dress on like that, halfway her thighs, loose. Somebody please tell me, what can they do? What can they do to keep themselves from being exposed? Hardly nothing. You'll get out, you'll go to church, you drive the car, you moving about, you doing this. You coming into church, people already seated down. More likely you gonna come and get on a pew in front of somebody. You're gonna slide in front of somebody. When you get up and down, somebody gonna see your bottoms. It's automatic. Automatic. That kill me. We even go to church. They put on those little bitty dresses, high heels. They above their knee. Then a lot of them have splits in them, front or back. Then they want to be conscious about who looking at them. Or they want to be conscious, make sure ain't nothing showing. Why do y'all wear this stuff to church? You expect for the world people to dress inappropriate in the world. Nothing out in public now. They are wearing nothing. They are society have gotten now where they just walk around almost naked now. Come on. They'll wear panties and just a lace see-through like silhouette dress or something in public now. That's what they're wearing in public now. Nothing but panties, like a bathing suit set up with a lace silhouette that you can clearly see through, cause you can see their panties in bras, matching. That's what is being worn in public now. Transparent clothes. And that's what is being worn up. Is being worn up in churches. It's really done got to the point. Sad now when you see white women dressing skimpy. You know, they haven't gotten away from the traditions that they have been known. If white folks stood on anything values, they always stood on the principle of dressing appropriately. Yeah, it seems like they're starting to slip away from them now. You go move about. You go to church, you go move about. You drive a car, you got to get in and out. You got to open your legs. You got to do this. You got to move about. Do you not consider it that how much that you are exposing yourself? Godly women are really not supposed to expose any parts of their body. You look at other faith, look at other people. They women are not exposed. Some people in their faith, you can't even see their eyes. Some Arab countries and stuff like that, little women, you can't even see their faces. You can't see no parts of their bodies. We don't have to be that extreme, but still. Skin tight clothes, very provocative clothes, dresses that worldly women wear out to parties and stuff like social events and stuff like that. Church women are wearing them exact same dresses, low cut blouse, dresses that are designed in the front to like accent your they breasts and stuff. You know, showing all the cleavages. Backs are out. Tattoos all over their leg. You can see all up their thighs. In church, and they going to church. And them for our folk, them are a lot of ones that get up and buck jump and buck shout in service. Then they wonder why preachers are falling. Wonder why deacons are falling. Wonder about why women are falling. Nowadays in the church, the sexual sin, the lust, sexual is tremendous. You know, like the devil sending these women folks to church just for that. The Bible talks about being a stumbling block. That's why God gave the instructions on how to dress and carry self, modesty. That's why somebody said a while back, well, God ain't concerned about how we look going to church. God not concerned how we look going to church. God concerned how we look at all times as representing Him. Modesty. We get dressed up. Women get dressed up to go to church on Sunday. They pull out their bed. They put on you know, you're not going to work with them little bit of dresses and clothes on. You're supposed to dress accordingly every day. It's your life. It's who you represent. You don't represent, you know what I'm saying? Well, they don't represent God hardly enough, but your dress is supposed to follow you every day of your life. You represented God at all times. The Bible tells men how to dress themselves, conduct themselves. Same for women. Dress appropriately. Dress as godly women. Make sure you're not being a stumbling block. Make sure you're not putting yourself in a position to make men lust and stumble. Don't you know God gonna hold you responsible for that? Every day, you're supposed to reflect God, women, at all times. You're supposed to make sure all your body parts are properly covered. I mean, it's what God requires. The latest fashion, the latest trend, whether you went wearing it, the spirit of competition in church is so overwhelming now. All women go to church. Let a young man, if they got a church with a few young men in there, available young men, they coming. Churches are like clubs now. The word get out, girl. We got a fresh young man in the church. Ooh, he can sing, he can do that. Y'all heard about this? Y'all just heard about this young minister that just got shot and killed outside the church in Texas over a love triangle where it said him and his wife had been divorced, but the piano guy was messing with the lady. And you can look at him and tell he held no spirit. Everybody sitting up in church ain't no God. A lot of them men go to church, play them instruments and stuff like that. They in it for the money and the women. They not thinking about God. In this show, that guy, whatever the young minister said something to him, it ticked him off. From my understanding, he chased the man down the street from the church. They got to fight, I guess. And I guess the minister got the best of him. And from my understanding, he chased him down, shot him. About a couple of blocks away from the church. Shot him. Sitting up in the church all that time, harboring their hate, already planted. A woman in the middle. A lot of that going on in these churches. Sleeping around, musicians. Oh man, you get a man in church that can sing, play instrument, these women go crazy. It's always have been. Women go crazy over men like that. They go to church searching for men, knowing they're gonna start some trouble. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. In like manner, also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. This Apostle Paul laying it out, giving instruction for women. In modest apparel, with shamefacedness, in sobriety, not with broided hair, or gold, or pearls, of costly array. Modesty is what God command and expect. When the Bible says, be ye separated from the world, that means in every point. Don't make yourself a stumbling block. Don't make yourself a target for sin. But God said, come as you are. That's not for the Christians. That's not really talking about appearances. They're talking about your soul. No matter who you are, what you are, you can always come to Christ and get cleaned up. No matter what your background, no matter what you have done. Like Apostle Paul, before he was converted to Paul, he was Saul. Read the story. Don't let nothing hinder you from coming to God. Don't worry about what you is, what you done and with all your past sins and stuff like that. That what God talking about. Come as you are. Apostle Peter talked more about godly women. So it's in there, in the Bible. We just have to read. Godly women. 1 Peter chapter, I think 1 Peter around the first chapter. Get y'all a King James version. It'll stuff you want to look at. It'll take you to it directly. Guys, but King James is some type of tricky to try to read words and stuff. That's why I hear a lot of people that read the Bible, they kind of stumble. And then sometimes when you do a lot of reading, you tend to read ahead. Sometimes it'll mess you up, but I still like King James. I never really handled other inter, uh, translations, but King James is real good. Peter talked about women, men, how to carry themselves, wives, stuff like that. Likewise, you wife, be in subjection to your own husband, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be warned by the conversation of the wives, while they behold your chastity conversation coupled with fear. See, whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning, a plaiting of a hair and a word of gold, or a putting on apparel. Then Apostle Paul just mentioned it. It's important. It's important how we carry ourselves as believers, followers of God, Christ, especially the women. Y'all are the most dangerous. The Bible talks about being a stumbling block. Women, don't, carry yourself in such a way that you won't cause a man to stumble and fall, that you won't cause preachers, godly men, to lust and commit sin. Godly women, overdressed and tattoos now, going to church, singing in the choir. A lot of them call themselves evangelists. Look at them, looking like the world. They sprung up, they hooked on cosmetic procedures. Every time you see them, they booty, they butts done got a little bigger, a little bigger, a little bigger. A lot of them breasts done got bigger and bigger. A lot of them done had breast reduction. Cosmetics. They spend lots of money on cosmetics. But we need to practice on doing better. White women, white people, stop being negatively influenced by the black culture. Get back to y'all roots. Get back to how y'all used to be. Everybody need to get back to what the Bible say. But white people, get back to y'all roots. Don't stop right now being influenced by black culture. White women, this is for all women. Find the right clothes to wear to church. Find the right clothes to wear always. You go in certain parts of the country, a lot of people who really still believe in dress, the women still, they wear dresses to work. They wear dresses, they little hair. A lot of women who are more like the assemblies and people who really, they make sure their head is covered all the time. They wear these nice little dresses all the time. Sure, they wear stuff up on certain times of the month and stuff like that. They don't wear hip hugging clothes and tight fitting clothes. Church women intentionally go out and find clothes that's tight fitting. It is competition in church. It done got bad. But anyway, let's do better.